Hello everyone, my name is Bochra Laghssais. I am a Ph.D. student at the UHI. Welcome to this presentation entitled Exploring Patriarchy in Mernissi, Dreams of Tresspass, Tales of a Harem, Girlhood. My presentation is structured into 4 sections as follows. Before I start my presentation, I would like to give few notes about the author, Fatima Mernissi. She is a Moroccan sociologist and author, was born in Fez in the 1940s and passed in 2015. She grew up in a harem that she describes in the book under study, Dreams of Tresspass. This presentation explores the research questions: how is patriarchy portrayed in Mernissi's book Dreams of Tresspass, Tales of a Harem, Girlhood, and how does it affect women and girls living in the harem? In order to carry out this research, qualitative approach based on secondary data was used, which is analysis of segments from the book using Brown and Clarkey 2016 thematic analysis. It is important at this level to set the context of the book. It is in the 1940s in Fez, Morocco, under the French protectorate. The word harem is a key word in this book, which means the domestic space, part of a house that is reserved for women in the Muslim family, from which non-family males are excluded. The structure of the harem and extent of its monogamy or polygamy has varied depending on the family's personalities, socio-economic status, and local customs. Patriarchy is the main topic of this presentation. It is defined by Joseph 1996 as an equal system of greater rights for males and elders, and the justification of those rights and their kinship values, which are usually supported by interpretation of religion. Patriarchy takes many shapes and forms to result in male dominance and privileges for men. Patriarchy, as defined by Muna El-Tahawi 2019, is an octopus, and each of its 8 tentacles represent various forms of oppression. It utilizes it to maintain male dominance. As we can see here in the right, this illustration of the octopus, and each of its tentacles is a form of oppression. This section presents examples of patriarchy from the book Dreams of Tresspass. It is important to know that patriarchy in Morocco is space-based, meaning that what is public is reserved for men and what is private is reserved for women. However, in this book, Mernissi talks about special privileges that men enjoyed in the house, such as having a special men's salon. And the men's salon was the largest and most elegant salon of all men's dining room, where they sit to eat, listen to the news, settle business deals, and play cards. The men were the only ones in the house to have access to the huge cabinet radio, which they kept in the right corner of their salon. With the cabinet doors locked when the radio was not in use, Mernissi's father has to make sure that he and his brother had the only 2 keys to the radio. So, women are to remain inside of the harem, and whenever they approach the door to go outside, they are stopped by the doorkeeper. And here in this passage I will read, she says, our house gate was definite hudud. Hudud means frontiers, because you need a permission to sit outside, to step in or out. Every move had to be justified, and even getting to the gate was procedure. If you were coming from the courtyard, you had to first walk down an endless corridor, and then you came face to face with Ahmed, the doorkeeper. Mernissi also talked about male and female dynamics that she came to notice when she was becoming an adult. that she used to play with her cousin Samir, but as she is becoming a teenager and they are becoming a teenager, she ended up their friendship because it's not customary for men and women to be friends, and their treatment changed. This is also visible for Fatima about education, that most males in her family enjoy the right for an education except women and girls. Fortunately for Fatima, the nationalist movement at the time advocated for women's education and girls' education, and she was fortunate to be among the first generation of girls to be educated, formal education in Morocco. Other examples of patriarchy from the book is that there is no freedom of movement and women needed permission in order to travel or in order to go to the cinema, or they need to go with a male relative. All in all, the example given about patriarchy, we can conclude that patriarchy has limited women's freedom and restricted them to the frontiers of the harem. However, the women in the Mernissi harem did not give up to these patriarchal examples, and they tried to find ways of empowering themselves and empowering Fatima Mernissi to become the great figure she is today. In the light of what we have seen, Fatima Mernissi has summarized her childhood memories in the book Dreams of Tresspass, Tales of a Harem Girlhood, through which she bravely unveils the realities and conditions of Moroccan women living within the harem. She allowed the readers to look beyond the veil and walks the walls and the gates and learn more about the male and female dynamic and interactions within a harem by telling her childhood story, including many stories of her female relatives. Thank you very much.